Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home 3-pack. And I am so excited to get this. Of course, we've all been waiting a year on it if you did pre-order it back then. And then mine got delayed about a week or so. It just showed up today. I'm so excited to get this open, show it to all you. Let's just quickly run over the box. You have the 3 Spider-Man on the front, No Way Home logo down here, all your warnings. Another image of all 3 Spider-Man. Now, I don't know if this is concept art or what, but it looks cool. On the back, of course, we get all the accessories, along with more renders of the Spider-Man. Another amazing image on the side. And with all that out of the way, let's get this box open. And here we have all of the Peters out of the packaging. Now, of course, I do want to take a second to look at their accessories, which if I can just drop them out of the bag here, that'd be nice. So, quickly, first looking at Andrew's here, of course, we get a couple of fisted hands, you know, they look pretty nice. I will say, I think Andrew has the best figure here, but that's also not a hot take with this set. He also has 2 open hands, one more of wall crawling, and one just kind of open. I don't really know how to describe it. Like he's reaching for a wall, I guess. It looks nice, I have to be honest, yet again. And, of course, we have a couple of thwipping hands, which, again, just the little texturing on this suit makes it look so nice. So just getting him posed back up here. Alright, let's put his accessories off to the side. And do Toby next. So, I did just get this open. I have to admit, the limbs are a little stiff on all of them. Oh, it rolled. Okay. So, for starters, we again have 2 open hands, wall crawling. And I've been seeing this on a lot of Tobys where they didn't, like, paint it properly. Just, you can see where the paint's like really thin in some spots, and like on mine on the hand here, it missed the web line altogether in a lot of spots. Of course, this one actually is really nice. They got it with that one. A couple of thwipping hands here, and yet again, I don't know if they overdid it or underdid it on this hand, or like just overall on the figure with this. But like there, you can see where it's really, really thick versus where it's really, really thin. I will say, for whatever reason, the paint with Toby just seems to be all over the place with everything that I've seen of it. And we do have 2 fisted hands here. If I just spin them around for you. And those also look nice. Like, you know, they're painting the fingers at least. It's nice to see. So, of course, lastly, though, we do have Tom Holland. So, he has 2 open hands, as you can see, are sitting right there. Let me just shake them out of the bag like so. He also has 2 thwipping hands. Which, you know, nice. They look cool. And I actually do really like the coloring they have here, where it's kind of black. Like, it's a really, really dark blue. I think it just works super well for Spider-Man. I really like it. Again, this one looks nice. Knocked Andrew over there. Yeah, just spin around. No, like, paint on these fingers, but I have to be honest, I don't care. It doesn't show up for me. Like, you know, I'm not going to ever look at the fingers on the figure. I'm most of the time going to see the rest of it. And when you overall get me a good figure, I'm okay with it. So, looking at articulation, let's see. Let's start with Toby. Now, this one's going to get the biggest criticism, but not in this department. Because he's pretty good for the most part, you know. His head, if we just get it all nice and how it should be, just good old vanilla pose here. His head can look up that high. Yeah, it's not the best there, but I've seen a lot of mods, and I might make a video modding this and a couple other figures that I want to do it with. His head will look down nice and far. I was looking at... Oh, his neck's trying to come out when I make his head look down. That's not good. His arms go into way over about just, a nice old T-pose. He does have a butterfly joint in there, as you can see on both sides. Bicep swivel, of course, going both sides of the arms. Double jointed elbows, and they are nicely pinless, I will admit. Hands, of course, do the full 360 like I showed earlier. Up and down. Of course, same thing here. Now, he does have a nice abdomen joint here where you can just get nice rotation, nice movement, what every Spider-Man should have. And he also can have a bit of a gut sometimes. No. Ab crunch, I think. Is that? No. That's what I'm going to call it. He has a crunch motion here. And as you can see, you can get a lot of range with it, especially when you combine the two together. All of a sudden, he may not need Andrew to crack his back anymore. Leg kicks up that far. And it didn't damage it. Sometimes with this softer plastic that they've been using, it'll like indent when you move the leg up all the way. But it didn't here, so that's nice to see. Nice little thigh cut, double jointed knee, feet move out that far, and of course he has some ankle pivot right in there. So moving on from Toby, let's just go with Tom here. Now I know this is an older figure. I don't own this one, so I'm just going to quickly run the articulation. I'm going to go over this like the other two, maybe in a little less detail since most of you probably have it, but I don't. I just try not to waste your time here. So, Tom, in fact, can look up that far. Again, not super far because of this weird dumbbell joint they've been using. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I just wish they would have... Alright, so my complaint with the dumbbell joint is originally they had like a weird cut in the neck here so he could look up all the way. And then they got rid of it. Like, I think if they would have just shortened it up so it wasn't coming down, like here where my finger is, it would look so much better and you could still get that nice range of motion. But anyway, I digress. Head can look down that far. His arms come out into a nice old T-pose. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. And I don't know, was the original one pinless or did it have pins? Hands can do a full 360, move up and down, and of course that goes for all of his hands, whipping, fist ones, all of them. He has a nice ab crunch that allows him to move that far down, go about that far back. Leg kicks up, and again, no damage on it. That's nice to see. Got thigh swivel, double jointed knees, so you can get... This is all basic Spider-Man stuff. Every figure should have this like double jointed knee. I just go over it anyway. Feet kick out that far, kick up that high, and he also has some nice ankle pivot going on. So if you want to know I'm just laying him down, it's just easier to do that since I'm focusing on one at a time. Alright, so let's just quickly get Andrew stood up here. Alright, now of course, the best figure of the box set. It's unanimous. This figure, I think, has a chance to go down as one of the best of this year, just overall in my rankings, because it's so nice looking. It's such an upgrade over the original one. But anyways, head can look up. My camera still isn't high enough. Head can look up that far. Look down nice and far. Again, goes well over a T-pose. Biceps swivel on both sides. Double jointed elbows, just in case, might want to lay down, looking under the stars. Who knows? And of course, his hands have full 360 rotation, move down and up. And yet again with this side, up and down. He also has a nice little abdomen joint that allows for some good movement here. You can really get some dynamic posing out of him with it. It's super cool. I love this figure. It's awesome. He also has a nice old crunch, which yet again allows for some weird posing too. Of course, it bends down that far. Legs kick up, yay high. Thigh cut, double jointed knee. Feet go out that far, feet go up that high, and he also has some nice ankle pivot. So, looking at the detail on these figures, I know I'm jumping around, but I'm trying not to make this video too long. Looking at detail, I'm going to start with Andrew, because mine does have a slight problem, and it's with his shoulder. You can see where they double printed the lines, which is, there's how it should be. There's how it is right there. That's the only mistake they made on mine. The rest of it looks really good. I love, like, the pearlescent look in the eyes. It makes it feel so alive. It's so vibrant compared to the rest of him. Now, I do kind of think maybe the colors should have been a bit lighter, you know. Like, I think in the movie, it's a brighter red. I think the blue's right, though. I think it's just slightly brighter red with the same blue. Of course, the emblem on the chest looks great. Same with the back. They both look incredible. And overall, I don't have any problems with the design on this figure. I've seen some people having issues, but, like, mine's good. This is the only figure I think everyone's in agreement on this set that is near perfection. So, standing him up right over here, we're just going to work our way back over to Toby, because he's got the most issues. And this figure here, major improvement already off the bat. You already know what it is. It's the web lines. They finally added them for Tom. They finally added web lines to these, like, ones where they're integrated in out on the integrated suit, also, if you want to just have him look a bit more like the film, maybe. Where's his fisted hands at? There it is. You can take the gauntlets off, and it looks something like that. So it's not horrible from afar, but you can definitely see where it kind of is awkwardly placed. Because, of course, in the movie he didn't have the gauntlets, but I'll probably keep them on him for now. You know, I'm ranking the figure based on how it's supposed to look, not how I can modify it. Alright, Andrew, you want to stand? Okay. So, yeah, I love this figure. It's nice looking. It's cool. Do I wish we got some upgrades, you know, new body mold or something? Yeah. Overall, it's better than the first. I wish we would have got new arms, but that's all I can say. I love the, like, more dark blue paint scheme over just the pure black. It looks so much nicer. The web lines, of course, again, awesome, incredible. This figure is a major upgrade, but it's definitely still not a great figure. I'm also realizing my camera's tilted a bit further over than I thought. And now we have the man of the hour himself, the Toby Maguire figure. Now, if you've bought the set, if you have it in hand and you're just wanting to hear someone else's thoughts on it, if you like this figure, you're not going to like me. Because as much as I enjoy it, like when you look at the head here, they didn't even paint part of it. That's inexcusable. For, you know, once you separate the price, these are roughly $33 a piece. Those two are okay for it, you know. Toby's not. With all the paint missteps that are on it, it's an overall. I will say, I like the sculpt on it. I think that's good. You know, I like the head sculpt. It's really nice. I think it's accurate. I know some people are saying it's too far apart on the eyes, but I don't think it is. But they just need to paint the figure. You know what I mean? Like, overall, cool looking. It's awesome. If we had paint like this, what's on the arm going all throughout it, like, alright, on the back, it's actually really nice. If I just had him facing this way all the time on the shelf, he'd look awesome. Then you turn around and he's missing paint on the side of his head here. It's not even painted on this side. That is not okay, especially for one that's, you know, $33. I don't own the SH Figure Arts one, but I will say Legends did one thing better. They painted the goddamn elbow. Okay. Like, you think paint's inexcusable on a $33 figure? It's really inexcusable on a $90 one. Because if this looked like the SH Figure Arts one, this would be blue, even though it's, you know, in the red. And look here, they double painted it. Something Figuarts could learn from. Alright, overall, I like the figure. I really do. But he's never going to place anywhere in the top. Not with that kind of paint problem. So, I don't know. This set is very, very mixed on it. I really like some aspects, and I really don't like some others. You know, it's almost like a wave. And of course, do I wish we got unmasked heads with them? Yes, absolutely. But I can't say that it really bothers me that we didn't, because according to Rectangular, who has been, I think, 100% right so far on all of his predictions for this year, all of his leaks, 100% right, we will be getting a No Way Home wave and get all of these guys unmasked. Now, it just says, unmasked on his deal. It doesn't state whether they'll be, in his lab coat or in his street clothes, which I do hope that's what it is, and not just, these, but unmasked, and you have to buy the set to get the masked heads. But, maybe if they do them in their suits, they can fix Toby, and I can get to re-review all of these guys. I imagine Tom, though, will probably get to see his new suit with that. But before I drag this out too far, let's actually compare these to their older versions, or at least the ones I have. And for starters, we have Toby Maguire, and of course we have him next to the first Spider-Man figure and the Green Goblin. I've had both of these for a long time. They were backtracking, I have to admit. I was born right around the time of the third movie, so probably shouldn't have said that. Oh well. Yeah. I grew up with these films. I have a soft spot for this whole thing. But man, they do not hold up as well when compared to these other ones. But that can be a video on its own. Moving on to Andrew. And here is Andrew next to Toby and the original 2014 version of this suit, which is still an okay figure, but this new one is so much better in so many ways. It's pretty well not even fair. Yeah, this figure is not really a disappointment, but I wouldn't call it a great success either. This one, however, is. It's a massive improvement, and I do think this one's a lot closer color-wise for what it should be. I don't know, the blue is a bit brighter, the red's brighter, all that. I don't know if that's correct or not. But finally, comparing them both with Tom Holland here, you can see how they all scale perfectly. I don't know if it's perfectly, actually. I know Andrew is supposed to be tallest. I think Tom is shortest, so I think it's pretty accurate. But moving both of these two out of the way, let's get Tom next to the only villain I actually own from this movie, the Green Goblin. And of course, this is his 2002 appearance, but still, it's the only one we have right now to compare him with. And again, I think it scales okay for being 21 years apart. It's pretty good. And before I forget, we do have the Walmart exclusive No Way Home figure. And of course, I'm pretty sure it's, for the most part, the same buck that they're using here. It's same body molds, all that stuff. But real quick, if you want to swap the heads here, let's just pull this one off. You can do so, and it does look pretty nice, if I do say so myself. It's a little loose, but it wasn't made for that head either. So let me just pop them both back on. Alright, there we go. It's looking good again. So if I had to give this set a rating from 1 to 10, I'm sorry, 1 to 10, I I really might have to give it a 6. Because this, no, I would say 7. 7. It's just very, that feels too high. Yeah, let's go 6. Because this figure's incredible. He's outstanding. On his own, he'd get like an 8. I'm going to forgive the double painting on there because I know that's just small print error. The Toby, I've been seeing that side of the head not be painted so much in all the pictures that it's just sad. And Tom is just, okay, you know, he'd be getting a 5 on his own. Toby'd probably be getting a 3 because he's way below average in my opinion. You know, Tom's perfectly average figure. You got all 3 sets of hands. Same with all of them. But just perfectly average. But without further ado, that should do it to wrap up the video. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Last time I checked, we were at 126, I want to say, subscribers. So if we could keep that growth going, I would very much appreciate it. And with that all said, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.